Bee's Breakfast Club.
Seeing Ronnie is being really inspired and having a big go at playing with potatoes, I thought that we could do something really cool on the Breakfast Club this morning. So we're going to be making the ultimate stuffed baked potatoes, and they're really easy to make, and you can have them for breakfast, lunch and dinner. So hunt in your pantry for these ingredients: some potatoes, a can of cream style corn, some bacon, or you could use ham, some Edam cheese, and some chives or some parsley. And that is literally it. And if you don't have some of those things like the bacon or the corn, you can add whatever you've got in your pantry and in your fridge. So to get started, you want to get your potatoes. So give them a nice good wash, and then what you want to do is you want to pierce them. And while you're doing that, get mum and dad to preheat your oven to 200 degrees so it's nice and warm for when the potatoes are ready to go in. And there's heaps of different types of potatoes, so if you don't have the one that I've got here, you've got a different one at home, it will be all good. So once that's all ready to go, you want to pop them in the oven for about 16 minutes. So I'll pop in one and see how we go. And yeah. Now with your potatoes, you can bake them in the oven for 60 minutes, or you can pop them in the microwave for about 20 minutes and it'll cook the same. And so once they're nice and cooked, you can test them out by just poking the potato again, and these ones are ones that I popped in the oven earlier this morning, so they're all ready to go. And now it's time to add in the filling. We'll get all the potato out basically. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can kind of slice the potato in half but not right through, or you can just cut them in half and scoop them out. So what I'm going to do, I might do two so you can see. So you have different options, especially with the school holidays. I hope you guys have been in the kitchen helping mum out, doing some baking. If you have, send us a photo so we can see what you guys are up to. But see how that's nice and soft, so it's so easy to scoop out all the potato, and just in a bowl, get a spoon and you scoop that out, and it should be really easy to do. If you're finding that it's really hard, then you've got to pop it back in the oven for a little bit or in the microwave. So there we go, nice and simple. And we'll pop. And normally with the potatoes, sometimes you can add a little bit of butter if you want the mixture to be nice and smooth, or you can just add whatever ingredients you've got for the filling. So scoop them all out and they should look nice and empty like that. Or again, and I'll just do this really quickly so you have another way of doing it, you can open it like that and just scoop them out that way, depending on how you like it. There we go. And this morning I've got the cheese, and I've got some cream corn and some cooked bacon. So if you've got ham or any other meats from last night's dinner, throw it in. And I've also got some parsley here. So what I normally do is I add it to the mix and then I add it on the top. And you just want to mix it all together like so. I should have actually saved some of the cheese for the top, but it's okay. There we go. And you can add in some salt and pepper if you like. Another good options like tomatoes, that would be really good. Or you could pop in some garlic. So it just basically looks like that, because it's going to all cook together once you pop them back in the oven. And you can be quite generous with how much you're putting in, because you've added all the ingredients. It might be quite a bit. So there we go. And we'll pop some in. It's a little bit harder when it's closed like that, but it'll be fine. Yum, that bacon smells nice. I could eat it by itself. There we go. And as you can see, yep, these servings are really generous. There we go. And then you can just add your herbs on top. So I've got some parsley. Might grab some more from our little garden here. Herbs are also really good. So if mum's got a garden at the back, or you know, you've got a garden that you do with someone at home, grab some of those herbs and pop them on. So that's what they look like, and you want to pop them in the oven for about a further 15 to 20 minutes, or in the microwave for about 5 minutes. And if you want to make these at home to impress your family for these school holidays, then jump online to whatnow.tv. Really easy mixture, a really easy recipe, and you can add different things to it. But if you want to impress them a little bit more, here's some cool potato facts that you can just drop, just casually.
Around 3 billion potatoes are grown every year in New Zealand. That's a lot of chippies. If all of these were eaten in New Zealand, it would equal nearly 2 potatoes a day per person. Potato flowers look like fat purple stars. Louis XVI, King of France in the 1700s, put one in his buttonhole, inspiring all the posh French people to swan around with potato plants on their clothes. There are 50 different varieties grown in New Zealand, and some of them have kind of funny names like Russet Burbank, Innovator, Agria, Moonlight, Desiree, Ilam Hardy, and Purple Heart. The humble potato produces a more nutritious food more quickly on less land and in harsher climates than any other major crop.